Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Intelligent Investor 4.0. Today I will share with you about a really hot topic called Bitcoin investment. To begin, I'd like to make a short introduction about myself. My name is Peter Rich, and everyone often calls me Mr. PR. I have 3 years of experience investing in the financial market and cryptocurrency. I have invested in 20 different types of Bitcoin, and the highest rate of return I've achieved is 1,000 times the initially invested money. My winning rate is about 70% on all my investment. That's the main reason why I became financially free at the age of 29. I started making my dream, which is traveling around the world, come true in 2006. This year, I still continue to travel abroad and do investment research at the same time. My goal in 2018 is to reach the total income of $100 million. To achieve what I have today, I always comply with my key principles. So what are they? If I have $100, I will divide them into 3 parts, 50%, 30% and 20% respectively. The first part will be invested somewhere that's safe and brings about good profit. The second one will be invested in a potential field with high output. And I will invest the last part, which accounts for 20%, into venture business with super profit. Venture capital may bring about huge profit, which is 500 times, 1,000 times, or even 2,000 times the initial capital. To conclude, safe investment is just for savings. It helps you to avoid inflation. Potential ones are for daily expenditure, and only venture investment with huge profit creates wealth and prosperity. Sometimes this 20% creates 80% of my current income. I follow these key principles stringently and achieve success because of my commitment. Please remember, in the world of investors, setting your own rules and strictly complying with them are the keys to success. Always keep in mind what I've just said. Now I will go over the present situation of investment all over the world. I will talk about investment playground and models in general. The first model is multiplication token. We use money to buy tokens which will multiply. After that, we will exchange these tokens to coins. This model is supposed to return in coin inflation. In fact, I have never ever seen any success regarding to this investment model, but failure and decrease in coin prices. If there's any chance that coin prices go up, the coin will only be used internally without being issued publicly. The second model is that we use Bitcoin or any other coin such as Ethereum or Litecoin to invest in other exchanges and receive static interest. There are many risks in this model because of high interest and because of the fact that most companies or websites using the above model will go bankrupt within the period of 5 to 6 months. They may survive for more than 1 year if they pay less interest. On the contrary, companies with extremely high interest can only maintain their business for 1 or 2 months. Most of them will go out of business eventually. In the third model, we will use money to buy coins. Then we continue to invest those coins in some companies. Such companies will pay us back in their own coins. This model is capable of making all its members have a desire of selling coins to make profit. Because they all buy coins with money, receive coins afterwards, and then sell coins to take profits, the prices of coins will decrease. After all, I still observe no success from this third model. In the fourth model, investors use the money to buy coins and invest them in companies. Those companies will pay static interest by means of money to the investors. Investors also get their principal back at the date of principal retrieval. This is a successful model which helped Bitconnect to improve its price from 0.1 up to $120 this September. Bitconnect is regarded as the first company to succeed by using this model. The fifth model was born only days ago. Investors use the money to buy companies' coins and invest them back into those companies. Static interest will be paid to investors by means of money. Besides, investors also get their principal back in two parts, money and coins. This model, which was born only about 15 or 20 days ago, is currently used by Etherbanking. You can see that it is a new model which is even more innovative than that of Bitconnect. Now we will go on to study whether this model has more advantages than Bitconnect's. Before investing in any type of coins, you have to fully understand the principles of increasing coin price. Why could Bitconnect increase its price from only 0.1 up to $120 over only 9 months? We've got to discover and understand its secret. Success has its own reasons, and so does loss. If we know the reasons, we can possibly use them to adjust our future investment and gain more money. So let's start with the question, what are the principles of increasing coin price? The first principle is marketing. When Bitcoin was first launched, it dominated the market because it was one of its kind. After that, only 2 or 3 more types of coins were released, which means that there wasn't any competition and no marketing was needed, right? Without marketing, coin prices still increased at that time. Nowadays, the cryptocurrency market has over 3,000 different types of coins. Every day there are thousands of ICO coins. So what is the reason why people use one type of coin but not the others? The number one factor is marketing. The issuance company must have good marketing strategies so that investors are able to know of and use its coins. The second principle is technology. The coin itself has to have its own technology, which brings about innovation. Technology also leads to the third principle, social value. Social value is the reason why the whole community got to use it. These 3 principles altogether create one thing, that's the buying pressure. And at any time when the buying pressure is greater than the selling pressure, the price of coins goes up. It's a basic rule in economics, known as the law of supply and demand. Please remember this law and don't waste your precious time on other things which are not the nucleus. Just focus on this point. Price of coins increases whenever the buying pressure is higher than the selling pressure. And buying pressure is created as a result of marketing, technology, and social value. Let's go through some examples. The first example is about the success of the coin issuance Bitconnect. Its price has increased 1,000 times after 9 months. How incredible! I repeat, 1,000 times after 9 months. If you have $1,000 to invest on the first day, after 9 months you will get $1 million back. So let's look closely into the secret of Bitconnect. At phase 1, investors use the money to buy coins on Bitconnect's internal exchange. At this time, the company still doesn't have any public exchange and only has their internal one. As you know, the main feature of an internal exchange is that it only allows people to buy, but prevents them from selling anything. If we are only allowed to buy, what's the reason for buying? It is simply because of the fact that we can use all these coins to invest into the company. In short, we use money to buy coins, give them to the company again, so that the company will pay us with static interest. And the static interest we receive is from 0.55 to 1.7% per day, such an attractive amount to investors. The more costly the investment plan is, the more percentage of static interest we receive. You can invest as much as you want, from $100 to $100,000, and it still works. On average, the percentage of static interest is about 200% after 200 days. The company will pay static interest for you by money on a daily basis. The same thing happens to system commission and affiliate commission. Let's take an example. Imagine you invest $10,000 on the first day of the 200-day period. You can get back $10,000 on the 100th day. Remember that the company pays interest for you daily through your account. You can withdraw money anytime you want. On the 200th day, you will have received another $10,000. So basically you get back $20,000, which means you have made a twofold profit. Besides, on the 200th day, the company pays you back the $10,000 principal to your account. Therefore, the total number you get after 200 days is $30,000. From the first $10,000 after 6 months and a half, you get 3 times as much as your investment in the first place. It's really attractive, isn't it? As we can see at phase 1, the buying power is unlimited, but the selling pressure is 0. Why is that? It's because coins could not be sold. The selling feature is disabled. Therefore, it leads to continuously increasing price of Bitconnect in 6 months in a row. At the 6th month is phase 2. The company starts to open international Bitcoin exchanges that allow buying and selling freely under supervision. At this time, you see, the line chart of the price showed some fluctuation. It's because some investors did not invest all they have. They held coins, waiting until they were allowed to sell. The price at this time was about $60–70 per coin. If you invested $10 million, you would have gotten $600 million at $60 per coin. Entering phase 3, it's the beginning of September. It's time the company sold coins to pay interest for their investors. The company does not use cash anymore. The price of coins at this point was about $100 per Bitconnect coin. The company sold coins to the market, getting cash to pay for their investors. Total coin on the exchange was 28 million. The company released 7 million coins. They were holding 21 million coins. Please do a calculation. 21 million times $100, that's the price per coin. It means the company owned $21 billion, super abundant to pay interest for investors. So getting to a conclusion, Bitconnect is a very smart model. It highly motivates investors to buy coins because of static interest. At some point, when the company does not want to pay static interest for investors by the cash anymore, they would sell coins to get cash because the coin price in the market is already high. Or they pay interest by coin for the investors. The investors are willing to get paid by coins because most of the coins is owned by the company. They could exchange their coins to get cash. So we could say the safety index of the Bitconnect platform is very high. Now I have example 2. I want to show you a different model. We have just analyzed a successful model. Now I want to show you a failed one. It's a new model of coin. I censored the logo to avoid being accused of bad-mouthing any company. This model can be described like this. For the input, investors pay cash to buy coins. The company allows investors to buy and sell coins freely on different exchanges. On the output, the company pays static interest by coins. The system currency is also coins. Looking at this, we can see clearly that investors spend money to get coins and they get interest also by coins. As a result, everyone wants to sell it for profit. There are still some people holding coins, but only a minority. Most of them choose to sell. Therefore, the selling pressure is greater than the buying power. It means the price of the coin is going to decrease. This image is the evidence I captured from the chart of price. The price line is falling down, making a 30-degree angle. It's hard for this model to be successful unless the company changes their strategies. Then let's take a look at this price chart of Bitconnect. You're dying to have it, don't you? If we invested in Bitconnect in January of 2017 using the holding strategy, rather than investing to get static interest, if we invested 10 million, we would now have 10 billion. If we invested 100 million, we would now have 100 billion. If we invested 1 billion, we would now have 1,000 billion. Looking at these figures, we could only wish that we could turn back time. Time could not be reversed, but we need not regret. Now we have Etherbanking. The model of Etherbanking is exactly the same as Bitconnect's. It's even innovated to be more effective. Let's find out how it works. Phase 1 is relatively the same as Bitconnect in that we spend money to purchase coins. We can buy it, but we're not able to sell it. We use all these coins to invest in the company. We are going to get a static interest of 0.55 to 0.95% per day. And the first difference is that the static interest rate of Etherbanking is smaller than that of Bitconnect, which can be up to 1.7% per day. However, interest days in Etherbanking are longer than Bitconnect, about 176 to 365 days depending on each package. As we can see, the total interest remains unchanged at about 200% per 200 days. The interest rate of Etherbanking is smaller, but they lengthen the interest days. The company has more financial security because they have no pressure for paying interest. As a result, the coin price is likely to increase. Here's an example of a 200-day investment. Let's assume we invested $10,000 on the first day. On the 100th day, we get $10,000 in return, the same as with Bitconnect. On the 200th day, we get another $10,000. The total interest we have received is $20,000. Sounds just like Bitconnect, right? But here's the difference. With Bitconnect, they pay us back 100% of the money we invested, which is $10,000. Now with Etherbanking, they pay 50% in cash. The other 50% is paid in the Etherbanking coin, or EBC. Now at Etherbanking, the company pays only 50% in cash, so we receive $5,000 by cash. The remaining 50% will be received in EBC. Imagine on the first day the coin price is $1. After 200 days with only buying power and no selling pressure, the coin price has reached $100 per coin. Now let's do a multiplication. 5,000 EBC times $100. You can get back $525,000 in total after selling 5,000 EBC. Therefore, the total number you get after 6.5 months is $525,000. So we'll get 52.5 times as much as our initial investment. Now we can see the difference between Bitconnect and Etherbanking. While Bitconnect brings an over threefold profit, Etherbanking has the potential to bring a profit of 52.5 times. This model is smarter than Bitconnect because the profit of investors will be much higher, but the capital we put in will be smaller. The total amount of money the company has to pay for investors is just $25,000. The remaining $500,000 is earned by directly selling coins on the exchange, and this is paid by the community. Both the company and the investors are benefited. The duration of the exchange is longer than Bitconnect. So we can see, just like Bitconnect at phase 1, buying power is very strong, but selling pressure is zero because there wasn't a selling feature. Therefore, coin price rises and there is a 30-degree lift in the line, and after 6 or 7 months, coin price reaches a peak of $100, just like the success of Bitconnect. Moving to phase 2, the ICO opens international Bitcoin exchanges to buy and sell coins freely, obviously under supervision. At phase 3, the company sells coins to pay interest for investors. The total number of coins on the exchange is 33 million. The company releases 9 million. They are holding 24 million coins. Do a calculation. 24 million times $100, which is the price per coin. After 8 or 9 months, the company can mobilize an amount of cash of up to $24 billion. They can easily pay back the investors. I can reassure you that these kinds of investment channels are very safe because the company has the control mechanism to increase coin prices and pay the interest for investors. If we invest now, the chance to win will be very high. Next, at phase 4, after selling coins to pay interest for investors, we need a new strategy so the company can attract community capital to increase market capitalization. At this phase, Etherbanking proposes a new concept of digital banking using smart contract technology. That's why its slogan is "Change your mind on banking." As a conclusion, Etherbanking strategy is very effective and smart, and its chance of winning is much higher than other concepts we know, including Bitconnect. That's why we'll go back to the principles of increasing coin prices. It has three factors: marketing, technology, and social values. Etherbanking is good at marketing because it uses a verified model and develops it so it becomes even better. The second factor is technology. Etherbanking uses the smart contract technology of Ethereum. And the last one is the e-banking model, which will create a lot of social values in the future. All of these make the buying power higher than the selling pressure, so the coin price will increase. That is the reason we should invest. Let's take a look at some information about Etherbanking. You can find them directly on the company's website. For example, what is Etherbanking? Methods to capture ETC, how to invest in Etherbanking, how to trade Etherbanking coins, how to mine coins, etc. To sum up, Etherbanking is a good choice to invest in right now. I wish you guys have a good preparation, make the right choices, and work as hard as possible, and you will be successful. Good luck to all of you. See you again on the next episode of The Intelligent Investor. Thank you.